Welcome back. Back in the kitchen, talking some more basics. We're going to show you the basic way to do fish. And we're hanging out in the kitchen with Chef Ben Griggs, who knows his fish. He's from the Harbor Fish Market. Good to see you, Ben.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Would love to have you. That's where we're having our November big night out, because you guys do, I mean, that's your specialty. Fish, lobster boil.
Yeah, fish, lobster boil, jumbo crab, king crab. We really love the fish at the harbor.
Yum. Lots of butter, dip it all in. We're really excited about the menu. Ben and I worked really hard. It's kind of got a surf and turf thing going on, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But when I was talking to Ben about the show and, you know, his idea, he said, let's talk about the basic way to saute fish, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And I don't do it much. I usually order at the restaurants because I'm scared to mess it up, you know?
Yeah. We, with the walleye, particularly in this recipe, walleye's relatively popular in this neck of the woods. So what this recipe really is, it's very simple. It's a classic French recipe, a manure sauce, and really it's very simple, and it dulls up the fish in a big way. So
got some butter in it, so we're melting some butter over here. Now, first thing I noticed is when I saw this liquid in here, I said, Ben, what is this? And you said, it's clarified butter. So I said, well, let's just talk a minute about how you get to that point, and why would you use that?
The clarified butter is a classic saute ingredient. Really, it's the oil of the butter, the canola oil per se. What we do is you boil the butter so the fat rises to the top.
So that's all the white stuff,
that's
basically.
all the white foamy stuff.
Okay.
And we take the fat out. And it's obviously, we want it to be as lean as possible. And then also what you have when you saute with butter, if you saute with fat, it gets a real charred, yucky taste, and you really don't want it. So
Got it. So if you're doing seafood at home, a lot of times when you'll go to a restaurant too and get lobster, the drawn butter, you'll notice it's
always clarified.
Yeah, clarified, and that's why it's so yummy. So anyway, what we do is basically spoon the milk solids off of that, and then you've got clarified butter. And so Ben's got some right here. So into the pan?
Yeah, into the pan.
All right. We've got a nice big skillet. We're using a non-stick. Is that about enough?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. And then we're heating that up. Now we've got our beautiful walleye. Is this one of the big sellers on the menu?
It is. You know, particularly for the folks who are traveling. We had some folks in last night from out of town.
Sure.
So they were very excited to try the walleye, because walleye is not popular in their neck of the woods.
Right.
So,
right.
It was a real popular dish last night.
And walleye is one of those fish that, you know, even if you're starting to get into fish, it's real simple, light.
Yeah.
You're going to like it.
It is.
All right.
This recipe in particular, like the sauce, I said, it's a classic French recipe. The Millers would come home back in the old days with their walleye, and their wives would quickly mix it up. It's a very simple
We like
recipe.
simple. We like simple. Okay, so our butter is warming up here. And just plain flour? Yeah.
Well, this is a little bit different style flour. It's a maize breading, but you can use any sort of flour that you'd like.
Could people get that, or is that pretty much like a restaurant thing?
You can get that at the store. You can find fish breading. It's nothing fancy.
Okay. Is it to have some seasoning in there?
Yeah, a little bit of pepper and some salt.
Okay, but otherwise keeping it pretty simple. Yeah. Now I notice the skillet's pretty hot. We want a nice hot skillet, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Maybe a little more. There you go.
I have to know. I want to cover that. Get that center there. Get in there.
There we go.
All right, there you go. So into a nice hot skillet.
Into a nice hot pan.
And that could have been hotter, because we really would have liked to hear that sizzle. So hopefully that'll happen. There, you can wipe your hand. All right. Well, we're waiting for our fish to do its thing. Want to talk just give you some details on the big night out. So it's Tuesday, November 6th.
Yes.
It's going to be a wonderful night. Tell us a little bit about the menu.
We have a surf and turf for the entree. We've paired all of our dishes with wines. Actually, we'll start with an appetizer of Newski's wrapped scallops.
November 9th. My correction. November 9th.
Yeah,
oh,
Tuesday,
we like
November
Newski's
9th.
bacon wrapped around scallops.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we love the Newski's bacon, obviously local product.
Yeah.
We went to great lengths to bring it in. Fantastic. The best bacon alive. So Newski's wrapped scallops, and they will be with a mango teriyaki glaze.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, and then we'll move to our classic Maytag salad. It's a very popular salad we have at the restaurant. So folks will really love that.
A little blue cheese in there.
Blue cheese, candied walnuts, Catalina dressing.
Ooh,
it's
yum.
dynamite.
Yum. And for the soup, this is something that you guys do a lot of?
Yeah, soup is our harbor chowder. We're famous for it. It's a recipe that we really love. They have it up in Bailey's Harbor as well as in Green Bay, so it's very popular.
And the main course?
The main course will be Eagle Ridge tenderloin grilled with jumbo snow crab. We're closing out the snow crab season, so we've got some we have beautiful clusters right now of
Wonderful.
crab.
And finally, for dessert?
For dessert, we have a very popular chocolate recipe. Can't go without chocolate. This is a flourless chocolate, and we've paired it with an Andretti Montana State Port Zin.
Ooh, wonderful.
So.
We're going to take a break. $50 per person. Call today to get reservations. This is going to be a nice one. And we're going to flip this fish and make a quick sauce when we come back.